Most Shopify brands misuse ChatGPT-5 and lose sales without realizing it. After 2 years building AI systems for 6, 7, and 8-figure stores, I've narrowed it down to the top 4 insane ChatGPT-5 hacks to blow up sales. This first one is critical because it fixes a core issue in AI that holds most brands back. There is a hidden setting inside ChatGPT that instantly makes it write sharper, cleaner, and far more human. Most brands don't even realize the problem is baked into the default settings, and that is exactly why this hack feels like cheating. Here's how it works. Go to settings, then personalization, then custom instructions. Copy and paste a few instructions in the description that I'm about to show you, and you'll save yourself time editing anything ChatGPT outputs. And this little tweak comes really crucial in about 60 seconds when I show you the hack most brands had no idea you can do to save dozens of hours a month. Once I switched on this human mode, something clicked for me. You see, AI leaves fingerprints. It's like seeing the seams in cheap fabric. Once you know what to look for, you cannot unsee it. There are 5 telltale signs you're writing in email copy, social media posts, video scripts, and blog articles are AI generated. And one on its own doesn't prove anything, but when a couple shows up together, the writing feels artificial and your conversions take a hit. First, M dashes everywhere. Sentences like balancing work, family, fitness, and wellness requires intentional choices, especially when it comes to nutrition. You have seen this. AI loves dramatic dashes even when they are not needed. Second, filler phrases. In today's fast-paced world, this innovative solution, these add nothing, yet AI throws them in constantly. Repetition and wordiness. Ask AI a simple question like, write me a hook for a video script, and it gives you a paragraph that takes longer to read than if you just wrote it yourself. AI tools are terrible at this. They repeat points, restate sentences, and drown answers in fluff. Formulaic structure. Patterns like, protein is more than a muscle builder. It is the foundation for overall vitality. It is technically correct, but it's soulless. It's not just X, it's Y is another pattern. 5 is hallucinations, the dangerous one. This is when the model confidently invents information. It makes up product features, fills gaps with guesses, and presents false details as if they were facts. This is a silent sales killer. Fix these 5 issues and your ChatGPT output immediately sounds more human and more trustworthy. And you save hours of prompting. I've put everything you need in the description so you can copy and paste the exact human mode settings. All the prompts and documents I show you in this video you can grab for free from the description. Once your AI stops sounding robotic, that is when the real magic starts, because the rest of the hacks are pure revenue builders. Most e-commerce funnels fail long before the copy starts. They skip the deep market research that makes every ad, every headline, every landing page actually convince someone to pull out their credit card. This makes everything afterwards like pushing a boulder uphill. The old way of doing market research is slow, browsing Amazon reviews, sending surveys, reading blog comments. There is more data online than any person can process alone, and that is exactly why pairing AI with the right research system is such an advantage. The approach I use comes from Stefan Georgi. His research method gets you so dialed into your customer that the sentences almost write themselves. And with AI, they will. You stop guessing, you stop forcing copy, you start speaking in a way that actually connects. Before we write a single line, we're going to create 4 core documents. These give the AI clarity, accuracy, and trust. These are the same documents Fortune 500 companies spend serious money on. They're the difference between copy that sounds okay and copy that makes someone think, finally, someone understands me. First is the research document. This is the most important one. I copy the prompt, enable deep research mode, and upload a document I've made called the Total Research Method. This is my ultimate document that I use for all my market research. With it, you'll discover everything you could dream up of, from psychographics, frustrations, fears, blame narratives, prejudices, disappointments, gaps in the market, what they secretly hope will finally work, words your markets love, horror stories, and so much more. Like I said, this is what I use to create awesome copy in anything I produce for a brand. Once I've got that, I complete the lazy avatar cheat sheet for Shopify. This maps out who you are actually talking to, their age, their goals, their fears. When your copy reflects that inner world, trust forms instantly. So now onto the third document, which is the irresistible offer brief. Again, I copy the prompt and upload the document. And this is where your angle and your unique mechanisms come from. It is how you explain your product in a way that feels different from everything else someone has tried before. Without this, your copy blends into the background. With it, everything becomes sharper. Then lastly is the sequence of beliefs document. I copy and prompt, then upload the document. These are the beliefs someone must hold before they can confidently say yes. If your prospect is skeptical, jaded, convinced that nothing ever works for them, your copy has to address that head on. But ignoring these beliefs is the same as losing the sale. Here is the unexpected part. Once you have these 4 documents, writing anything becomes easy. You don't need clever lines. You simply take what the market already told you and shape it into a clear, persuasive message. The AI stops guessing. You stop guessing. Everything just flows. You have my total research method. You have the clarity, but it will not matter if people cannot find you. And that is why this next strategy is so critical for growth. This next strategy is how you get people talking about your brand and how you get Google and AI platforms to start recommending you without paying for ads. One of the strongest ways to get your Shopify brand mentioned inside AI conversations is surprisingly simple. You need other websites talking about you, because here is the truth. Links are the most powerful part of SEO and GEO. They are how Google and AI systems decide who to trust. Every major study from Backlinko, SEMrush, and Ahrefs shows the same pattern. The more quality links you have, the higher you rank and the more traffic you get. So if no one links to you, you basically don't exist online. The easiest way to get journalists, bloggers, and creators to link to you without lifting a finger is to create something so interesting that people naturally want to talk about it. And these are what I call linkable assets or link magnets. And let me show you one I made entirely with AI so you can see how powerful this is. With nothing but ChatGPT, I built a complete interactive page for a Shopify brand. The planning, the copy, the design, everything was produced with AI. And the crazy part is that it does not feel like AI at all. Watch what happens here. The opening copy teases a study and sparks emotion to pull people in. Then there is a little competitive tension between countries, which I think instantly gets attention. The world map uses coding libraries. I don't even know what these are. I've never seen them before. Then ChatGPT handled all the data gathering on its own. The only big mistake I made in doing this was building the page before finalizing the data. I ended up wasting at least an hour going back and forth discussing the numbers, and I want to save you from that headache. The best linkable assets share 3 traits. They are credible, they are data-driven, and they give people a unique reason to reference them. And this is one of the smartest ways to get PR coverage and backlinks so you rank higher inside AI recommendations. And you don't need to know code or design to pull it off. Once the asset is done, you can pitch it to journalists, run a press release, or reach out to bloggers with one simple goal: get them to link to the asset. And this is where the magic really starts happening across search and AI platforms. To make this easy for you, I built a GPT that creates this kind of asset step by step. I used it myself to make the one you just saw, nothing else. The link to it, along with everything else mentioned in this video, is available for free in the description. You don't need an idea or design skills. Have a conversation with it and it will generate for you everything that you can add straight into Shopify. So once people start discovering your brand through assets like this, the next hack multiplies that traffic. Now, here's where things get stupidly powerful. Stop guessing what makes a high-performing creative. I created this simple AI system to give myself another way to make proven ads for Meta that takes only minutes. I call this the ad assembly line method. It's inspired by Henry Ford's production line because he figured out how to repeat what works with precision instead of rebuilding the process every single time. By following this simple system, you'll go from nothing to full brief within minutes. And that includes proven B-roll shots. No writer's block and no overthinking. Here's the first step. First, find a high-performing ad. The easiest way is with Foreplay. Go to a brand whose ads you admire. AG1's great. Select a filter of status, still running. Select the format of video, then look for a video ad that has been running for at least 30 days. Longevity is the greatest signal you have that an ad is profitable. Next step, download the ad. Foreplay makes this simple. If you prefer other tools, there's Chrome extensions and online downloaders that work too. Third, get a transcript. Foreplay gives you the transcript instantly. OpenAI have developed the open source Whisper to transcribe, but this is unavailable in ChatGPT. You can use a free tool like freesubtitles.ai, which uses Whisper to get an SRT file, a transcript. I still prefer pulling it from Foreplay. There's so many reasons I love the tool. Step 4, use this prompt. We upload the ad and use this prompt in ChatGPT. Modify the branding, brand voice, and product in the prompt as necessary. What I'm doing is creating another version of the ad for AG1, so I will just keep this simple. A key part in the prompt is extracting the scenes. The quality and extraction details help it complete the job. Without this, I found it unable to complete the prompt. Then after some processing, you'll get a good script coupled with suggested footage to use for the video. You end up with a shot list and a creative blueprint that your editor or creator can follow. I still suggest you review it and make changes you think are helpful while adding your creative input. You've got a brief that you can then pass off to a creator who can make the ad for you. Don't forget to get all the prompts and the documents I've used in this video down in the description for free. If you don't want to even script or shoot video ads, there's an even lazier way than this method. You can automate video ad creation, or at least difficult parts of an ad. So watch this next video to learn everything you need to make high converting video ads in minutes using the latest AI.